Hello Bitcoin world and welcome back to my channel. This is Brian here, the UK Bitcoin Master, back with another video in my series Bitcoin for Beginners. Today is the 1st of November 2018 and you know what, I just can't believe where this year has gone since December last year when Bitcoin was just about tipping the 20 grand mark. Now we've seen an incredible year, haven't we, where Bitcoin has crashed, it has stayed low, it has gone on a sideways movement, if you will. You know what, that's okay, we'll talk about that in a second. What I want to do before I start the show is to ask you all, please like this video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, bash the bell button so you get notified when I post any videos. Do follow me on the platforms, Twitter obviously at UK Bitcoin Master. You can also follow me on Steemit, DTube, BitTube, YouTube, again at UK Bitcoin Master. Check out the note sections below. There's my archives to all my video libraries, every video I've ever done. There are links below to get a Trezor hardware device. There are links for t-shirts. There's an email address if you want to email with me with regards to a Bitcoin Trezor consultation, getting it off an exchange, etc. Basically, everything is in the note sections below, guys, so always check out the note sections below. So today I want to just say hurrah. Yesterday Bitcoin was 10 years old. Everyone said Bitcoin wouldn't work. When Bitcoin started out in 1998, crikey, in 2008, around the crash, the banking crash, the global crash, nobody took it seriously. It was a few cents, it was $1, whatever it was worthless. And yet here we are, a decade on, and look where it's got. Against all odds, against all the crashes, exchange hacks, all the negatives that are out there, the mainstream FUD, fear, uncertainty and doubt, Bitcoin is 10 years old. And you know what's really exciting? Most people around the world have heard the name Bitcoin. Do they understand it? Do they understand its principles, its technology? Not at all. And that makes it so exciting. Every time it crashed, the mainstream media, all the neg ferrets out there that I call them, said, you see, we told you it would crash. Bitcoin's dead. It's going nowhere. And every time it crashed, for us 20%ers with a strong hand, Bitcoin went again, it crashed again, and the next crash was way higher than the first crash was. And that's continued for a decade. So here we are 10 years on. And most people don't understand it. They haven't got a clue what they've got their hands on. They won't take the time to read Saifedean Ammous's book, The Bitcoin Standard, like I have, and like a lot of the 20%ers with the strong hands have. They don't understand that this technology, cryptocurrency, cryptography, is going to change the world as we know it. They don't understand that it took 25 years to get the internet to where it is today in 2018. Everyone said the internet wouldn't work, back in the early 90s. By the year 2000, things were starting to happen. Who would have believed that we could look at our phone, we could look at a tablet, the internet, and we've got, a wealth of information at our fingertips, much more than we ever had a couple of decades ago. So I guess what I'm saying is, people that have got that sort of forward-thinking vision will know where Bitcoin is going to go over the coming 10 years. I've only been in the space since 2017, but I've learned so much, about what's gone on in the previous 10 years. And I'm just so excited that I'm going to be part, God willing, of the next 10 years and all the excitement that's going to happen in the Bitcoin world. Here we are, Bitcoin at 10. Everybody said it would amount to nothing, and here it is today, sat around the $6,000 mark with a 110 billion market cap. Doesn't sound to me like something that's going away. And you know what? Over the next 10 years or so, monstrous potential like you could never imagine. In my opinion, the greatest financial opportunity for the ordinary common man in the history of man, because it's going to change the way we view money. And I would encourage every one of you to jump on board, get a bit of Bitcoin and be part of it. My philosophy, as always, is a 3-step process. Step 1, register with something like Coinbase or LocalBitcoins, links below, and then buy yourself a little bit of Bitcoin, as much as you can afford. Number 2, get it off that exchange, because exchanges have been hacked in the past and they'll be hacked in the future. And get it onto a Trezor hardware device. Again, email address below if you want a Trezor consultation. I take payment in Bitcoin. And then number 3, do nothing at all. Just wait. Wait for this technology to evolve. Wait for the adoption to happen, the big institutions to come in, the banking institutions to buy and then start to have custodial accounts for people to hold their Bitcoins, which, by the way, I strongly ill-advise, because a custodial can be hacked and you can lose your Bitcoin. Learn how to control your own private keys. I did a video several weeks ago and the heading was "Not Your Keys, Not Your Coins." The best advice ever. It takes a bit of getting your head round, but get your Bitcoin off an exchange that can control it onto a Trezor hardware device where you control it, okay? And then do nothing. Just wait for this technology to evolve, because it is going to evolve with the ETFs that are planned in the future, you know, with a lot of the large banks starting to gently edge in. Yale announced they're going to, I think, a 400 million investment into the crypto space. You know, Fidelity, massive global company, now edging into the space. Does that sound like an industry, an evolution that's going to go away? Absolutely not. You know, in a short period of time that I've been involved in Bitcoin, some of the names of people that have hammered it, that it said it won't amount to anything. It's a Ponzi scheme. You've probably heard of them all. Jamie Dimon, you know, heads up JP Morgan, you know, Bitcoin's a Ponzi scheme, Bitcoin's a bubble. Then he finds out one of his children has got Bitcoin. Now he's changed his tune. Warren Buffett, you know, one of the Berkshire Hathaway CEO, you know, keeps saying Bitcoin's a Ponzi scheme, Bitcoin won't work, Bitcoin's a load of rubbish and it will go to the wall. And yet, you know, every time that happens, you know, it doesn't hurt Bitcoin at all. It just ignores all that noise and it moves forward. Peter Schiff, you know, very into his gold. Again, you know, Bitcoin won't come to anything. There's no use case, or whatever he's got to say. Now, when these big hitters in the normal financial world get onto like Fox News, you know, CBS, CNBC News, and they say this stuff, the people that don't understand what I understand because they've done no research of their own, that's when they get fudded out of their coins and they sell out of Bitcoin thinking, oh God, I've got to get out, listen to what these people are saying. These are old fossils, guys. They're dinosaurs. You know, don't listen to them. The new world are channels like this that educate people on where this space is going. It is one of the most exciting times to be alive. I cannot encourage you enough to get a bit of Bitcoin and get in the game, because as the next 2, 5, 10, 20 years evolve, you know, Bitcoin is going to change the face of money. It really is. If you don't believe me, you know, get Saifedean Ammous's book, The Bitcoin Standard, and read it. Take a few hours to understand money, where it's come from, how we traded in beads or animals, you know, or rocks, whatever it was, you know, throughout history. Learn about how during the First World War, it wasn't about countries, it was about money. how wars fund money, money fund wars. Learn that. It shocked me when I read that book. You know, get it read in a few hours, understand where I'm coming from, and then get yourself into the Bitcoin space and be part of this 1% that really understand what's going to happen over the coming decade, 2 or 3. I mean, it'll take 50 years maybe for this to fully evolve. I'll be looking at the grass from the other side, as I call it. But, you know, my family, my children, my grandchildren, you know, they're going to be in this space understanding it, because my legacy is to educate my family on this phenomenal time in history that we're enjoying and experiencing right now. So get into Bitcoin, guys. I really don't think you're going to be disappointed. That's our show for today. As always, like the video, share the video, subscribe, bash the bell button, follow me on Twitter at UK Bitcoin Master. If you're watching this on Steemit or any of those platforms, do give us an upvote and a re-steam or a tip or a like or whatever it is on the platforms. This video goes up on YouTube, it goes up on Steemit, on BitTube, on DTube, on DLive, if they finally get their act together, DLive, and put the button back on for uploading of videos. It's been removed for whatever reason, I really don't know. So it's on all of those platforms, because you see, I'm also monopolizing this video so that I am in the crypto community, in these social media platforms that are cryptocurrency based, and I can't encourage you guys to do that enough. I really can't. So again, thanks for watching, guys. As always, bash that like button, please. Get the subscriptions up, and follow me on all the platforms. Check out the note sections below. Do check out the note sections below. There's always some good stuff there. And until the next video, I'll catch you all soon. And as always, from the UK Bitcoin Master, have yourself an amazing Bitcoin day. Bye for now.